economy a little bit.
Yeah.
To fight inflation.
Yes.
To make sure prices doesn't rise as fast.
Okay. So now, is this the reason why every time the Reserve Bank increases interest rates, rather, let's say, the repo rate, then banks follow suit and they increase their prime lending rate? So as a consumer, if I was paying 5,000 Rand on my bond, now I'm going to be paying extra because the Reserve Bank has increased that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And then how does that impact consumer spending power when the interest rates are increased and versus in the context of controlling inflation?
So absolutely. So now let's say you've got a monthly budget, 10,000 Rand, but suddenly you pay more on your interest portion of that budget. And incidentally, you pay more on petrol as well because petrol prices have gone up. So suddenly of your 10,000 monthly budget, your interest payments and your petrol have increased, let's say, from 2,000 to 3,000 in total. So you've got 1,000 less to spend elsewhere. So all those extra incidental stuff, when you're at the till and you thought, okay, I'll buy this chocolate. Or monthly you go to the Spur and suddenly this month I realized, hang on, I can't go to the Spur. So that money is less than spent into the economy. So if you multiply that across all the households in the country, suddenly people are going out less to the Spur. They don't buy all the chocolates. They don't buy all the cool drinks. They don't go to McDonald's on their way home. So less money being spent in the economy. That means businesses are struggling now. Their profits aren't so great because their turnover isn't so great. We as consumers don't spend so much. So they can't put up their prices as much as they wanted to. So that is the process, by controlling the money that we spent in the economy through higher interest rates and sometimes, as I say, petrol prices or other external cost push factors forces us to spend less. Prices can go up less. You force everything to slow down a little bit and inflation gets under control.
Okay. One of the pain points for a lot of consumers is fuel price. So please just unpack this. What makes up a fuel price? What influences the fuel price?
So firstly, we haven't got oil in South Africa. So we've got some resources in gas, etc., but we haven't got oil. Despite the fact that Sasol makes some petrol from coal. We haven't got oil. So we import all the oil. So we're dependent on the price of the oil, and that's heavily dependent on what happens in the rest of the world. If the world economy is growing strongly, there's more demand for oil, prices go up. Sometimes OPEC, this organization of oil producers, decide they want the price to go up and they reduce their output, their production. So they send less oil into the market. So the oil price is hugely important. When there's unrest in the Middle East, where a lot of the oil comes from, apart from some countries in Africa and some countries in Central America, then the prices of oil goes up because traders in oil realize there might not be enough oil to go around if there's unrest in the Middle East. So the oil price. But because we import it, we have to pay in rand for that oil. So the rand's exchange rate is hugely important. If the rand is weak and the oil price has gone up, the rand price of oil goes up significantly. And that's what is determining the petrol price. And that's why we've seen the petrol price go up every month. In February, March, April and May this year thus far, it's gone up. Because the rand was weak and the oil price has gone up. Fortunately, heading into June, the rand has strengthened and the oil price has come down. So it looks like petrol prices in June will be reduced by 1 rand per litre. But it's all about price of oil and the rand exchange rate.
What are you